There's a lot of people in the magical community who disagree with a lot of the things that I say. And the reason they do is because they have been mentally conditioned to believing that magic can only be or behave a certain way. That there are certain things that we can't do. I've heard some say that magic can only behave within the confines of science. If it's impossible through the scientific method, then it's impossible to do. I completely disagree. There are people that should be scientifically dead. The doctors gave them 30 days to live, and they live for 30 years longer. There are people that have been through wrecks and experiences that should have taken their lives, and they're still here. There are diseases that go into remission spontaneously. There's much that science cannot explain. And still, every single day we see those things play out. According to the laws of aviation and aerodynamics and all of the different aerospace laws, whatever the names are, the bumblebee should not be able to fly. It should not be able to lift. There is no way this insect should be able to get above the ground. But try teaching the bumblebee that he's not supposed to fly. He will buzz all around your head. There's a lot of miracles like that. Wondrous things in our world. I call these things magic. And if you can get away from the naysayers and get away from those that are upset that we don't follow their logic and their way of thinking and how they perceive the world to be, you will see this magic filter into your life. How many stories have we heard from people from going from rags to riches? How many times you've heard stories of people being shot many, many times? Kind of like 50 Cent, the rapper. How did he live through that? People get shot 50 times or 10 times and live. Other people get shot once and they're gone. These miracles, these marvels, they're amazing. And I think sometimes no-magists stumble upon magical principles, allowing these things to manifest in their lives. They don't know what they're doing and they don't know how they did it, but it was a type of magic nonetheless. President Donald Trump, he performed some form of magic there. Now, he's not a witch, nor is he a magician, but even no magician can get hooked up into the magical currents now and then. How many other ex-cons you know is running countries? This man kept his mind that he's going to be the president. Even when Biden was in the White House, he kept saying he is the real president. And lo and behold, against all of the odds, against all of the headwinds he was facing, this man is presently president. It was a type of magic there. Now, I didn't vote for it, but at the same time, you cannot deny what took place. We can do on purpose what Trump did accidentally. We can do that on purpose. If we learn how to properly line up to the magic and truly manifest. I'm not talking about this TikTok nonsense that a lot of people talk. They got the boards out now. They're marking on the boards, people teaching stuff needing to be taught. And they're saying things, and then you try these things. And when it doesn't work, you just assume, well, I guess it does not work. Just because you have not been drafted into the NBA doesn't mean people are not being drafted into the NBA. You may not have seen $1 billion, but somebody out there have seen $1 billion. It is possible to do what others have called impossible. And we have to nestle ourselves and settle ourselves in the ideology that all things are possible. Now, I'm not telling nobody to jump off the roof to prove they can fly. If you can fly, you could do it from the ground. In fact, you won't be trying to prove nothing to no one. That's not the point of this. The point of this is that we choose to live magical lives. You know, there's more to this place than just watching a sitcom on television, hanging out with the friends in the mall, and eating some food in a restaurant. Some of us crave and dig and drive for more. And I don't believe at all that no one comes to magic wanting to be normal. I believe that if we go to the craft, if we want whatever versions of the craft we adopt, we come here because we're seeking the extraordinary. All right, my phone did something there while I was recording. However, I believe that we can do extraordinary things. We just got to set our minds to doing that. And we got to get into the place and get into the posture of becoming the greatest witch, wizard, sorcerer, necromancer that you're wanting to be. Now, I want to say this because a lot of people take Hollywood's definition for what a witch and all that's supposed to be. I think we need to get rid of that ideology, okay? Witches are not evil people that put kids in ovens. And let me say this here. Not all witches are evil people. You got some very crazy people out there. And I can't control what crazy people call themselves. So there are some crazy people that will call themselves witches. Those people are crazy, need to be locked up, whatever you want to do with them. But the majority of people that are in the craft, they're not after your kids. It's not no Hansel and Gretel stories. No, we're trying to live close with nature. We're trying to understand divinity. We're trying to put the shackles that organized religion has placed on us, take those things off, and let us pursue the craft unfettered. That's what we're doing. And when you really get that into your understanding and get that into your mind space, I believe we're going to be better off as a community. But again, a lot of people don't listen to me, so I can't do nothing about them either. But there's a lot that will, and there's a lot that will pay attention, and there's a lot that will continue to come to hear these words, to be encouraged. And I encourage you to listen to my videos as often as you can, because I'm going to be pumping out this faith to help you be the type of witch, wizard, sorcerer you want to be. Okay, to help you be mysteriously you, without no condemnation, without not feeling like, oh, I can't say that out loud. No, we're saying it out loud. And if they call it crazy, if they call it mental illness, whatever they call it, they can do that. They have a mouth. I can't do nothing about what they're saying. But I can do something about what I'm saying. That's why I recommend my channel. I'm not recommending other channels. I don't know what they're going to say, but I know what I'm going to say. So if you're listening and if you're ready, we got a place to go. And you can be as strong as you want to be. You can be as wonderful as you want to be. It's up to you. Well, look here, brothers and sisters, until next time. You be blessed in the very best of the divine's will. Blessed be everyone.